Hello, everyone. Dr. Victoria Skirbo here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. It's time for tarot scopes for the month of February 2023. And this will be for the sign of Libra. You can see my little Libra painting up here with the glyph for Venus. Yeah, okay. This is a part of the series I did in the summer of 2022. That's what Spirit asked me to do. And I did all 12 signs. And I had a lot of fun. I love when Spirit gives me those instructions. Love doing that. I'm like, oh, maybe Spirit will tell me to create something else. I do have some things in mind to create. I want to get to, but we're trying to renovate one of our bedrooms, the one that my mother inhabited for 17 years. And it is the oldest part of the house. So it's kind of a labor of love because we're dealing with things like horsehair plaster and, 200-year-old floors and walls that are not quite, these old houses. Not exactly straight. So there's always a little scribing to do and adjustments to be made, but it's a lot of fun. And I will keep you abreast of what's going on with that for those of you who care about stuff like that. I know I have some folk that'll like, oh, I want to see you renovate. I think you want to see me renovate, but maybe in between the end product and all that stuff. All right, so Libra. Libra loves decorating, so I guess we could talk about that. It is a Venus ruled sign, and Venus is moving into Pisces, actually. Let me see here. When does that happen? Venus moving into Pisces. Now, Venus loves being in Pisces. The moon, the sun goes into Pisces. Where's Venus? Oh, Venus goes into Aries. Okay, so Venus is actually in Pisces as she starts the month. And yes, on the 26th of January, Venus went into Pisces a couple of days ago. And Venus is exalted in Pisces. Venus is quite powerful in Pisces and quite magical. So your ruling planet being in the sign of its exaltation will mean good things for you. And let's see what else is going on. Pluto is still in the later degrees of Capricorn. So for those of you who are late Libra, you're still sort of dealing with that first quarter Christ in action square, Pluto from Pluto, making you have to change something. I'm using the Druid Craft Tarot. I've already shuffled it. It's a big deck. It's hard to shuffle. So I've done a lot of the shuffling off camera. So let's see what's up for you in the month of February. So we start with the Five of Pentacles. There's a sense of loss here. There's a sense of perhaps being at the bottom of something, feeling like you've hit rock bottom. There's a sense of scarcity here. There's stress because Pentacles are material things and Five is about change. So there's change around material things. And whether or not you are destitute, there's always that fear with this card that, that you can't ever come back from it, right? But people are resilient and you're resilient. So this is a temporary situation. Let's see what challenges that. We have the Princess of Swords challenging that. I almost feel like you're believing what you're hearing. You're believing what you're hearing. Don't give other people as much power as you do when it comes to thinking. Libras need other people to reflect back to them. That's how we learn through Libra. We learn through our relationships. So we all have Libra in our chart. So somewhere in our chart, we're all learning through relationships. But for Libra, Libra rising, Libra sun, Libra moon, it's a real it's a real core issue, right? It's a real core issue. And sometimes, there's this sense of people gossiping or people saying things, and Libra does care about what other people think of them. Um, because it's a social sign. This is the first sign where we actually come into communication with an other in the outer world, in something that's beyond our ken. So as Libra, you are somewhat sensitive to what other people think. At the root of it is a balancing of the scales. There's been a balancing of the scales here. So if you are, you could be on either side of that. You could be having to give, or you may be on the side to receive. And one of the things about receiving is that you need to be willing to receive, right? So this is a temporary, this is a balancing of the scale. So the sense of lack that you're feeling is simply, okay. In the past, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So you're used to being, this queen keeps coming up, in charge, knowing what you value, knowing what's important to you. And that is actually what this could be about. It doesn't actually even have to be physical resources, but it's the things that you value, the things that you value. So there's something that's really important to you that you feel you're lacking right now, or is changing. And that change can also be that Princess of Swords crossing, can be somebody else coming in to disrupt the apple cart. So there's that possibility. In the sky, we have the lady. The lady is the Empress, and she is pregnant with possibilities. She's in her garden, surrounded by nature. She is a symbol of Venus. This is your ruling planet. Your Venus in February is going to start in Pisces, and then it's going to go Aries. And Venus in Aries is planting the seeds that you want to grow. Planting the seeds that you want to grow. So while there's a temporary sort of dip in having the things that you value, or feeling that you're losing something that's important to you, above you is all this potential for growth. So you are not going to be left destitute or alone or lonely or anything like that. And we have the Six of Cups, somebody from the past, somebody from your childhood. As soon as I picked this up, I felt like an old childhood friend coming into your life, reminding you of the child within, perhaps, reminding you of a time when you were carefree and happy. That energy, even though we have to face reality, right? Because we're grown-ups, it's good every now and again to reconnect with that part of yourself, because it connects you to something deep within you. And the Six of Cups is generally a positive nostalgia card, positive nostalgia. Not everybody has positive nostalgia. Here we have the King of Wands. This is how other people see you. They see you as in dominion. They see you have dominion over your life, that you might be a little bit restless at this time, but for the most part, you're in control of things. I don't know if you feel that way, but other people see you that way. In the domestic situation, we have the Ace of Cups. This is the most beautiful, most loving, most fabulous card to have in your domestic situation, right? Unless it's a flood. This could be a flood as well. But I would like to look at it as a flood of love, a flood of love. So unless you're in flood zone, don't worry about it. If you're not in flood, about it. Some of you, unfortunately, are now because of all these crazy storms, but there's satisfaction. You can satiate your heart here, right? Let's see, your hopes and fears. Yeah, your hopes and fears is fear. You have nothing to fear but fear itself. This is nightmares. This is that Princess of Swords. This is like, oh my God, what's the next thing that's going to befall me? You can't go there. You can't spend your time there. Okay, you can't spend your time there. Not helpful. And then at the end, we have the Ace of Swords. So by the end of the month, you're going to be making a decision. You're going to maybe make the next step. What is the next action I'm going to take to get me out of this place of feeling like I'm at a loss? Let's see if we can get a major arcana. We have the Queen of Cups. That's sometimes a good friend to have tea and sympathy. The Princess of Wands. More good girlfriend time, honestly. This looks like maybe a girls' weekend with people from all different age groups. I like that. Six of Wands, victory. Together with other women, you can be victorious. Let's see here. Underneath it, we have the Seven of Pentacles, which is evaluating your resources and maybe having to have patience. And the Sun, which is illumination. And your card, Justice, justice. So this is, and if there is a situation where somebody has wronged you, and that's why you're in the situation that you're in, this could be maybe a divorce settlement of some sort, and your ex-partner or your ex whatever is being unfair. Justice comes, the things get, the money gets sorted out, things get illuminated for what they are, and justice, cosmic justice is served. So ultimately you're going to win, whatever that means for you, and you're going to do it because you're taking action that's necessary, even though it may take some of your friends to back you up in that. And if there's any things that have been held back from you because of nefarious or just people trying to hide stuff, there is no hiding from cosmic justice. So whatever that means for you, that's what it means. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I certainly did. Have yourself a wonderful month. Like and subscribe if you haven't. Check out my Patreon. I have a Patreon page now if you want to support me in that way. I'm trying to increase the amount of things I have on my Patreon, but I have a lot that I do on YouTube. So my majority of my stuff is on YouTube, but I'm working on getting some more stuff up. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you again next month. This is trippy, right? I can see myself just being like an old 60s portrait here. It's kind of cool, actually. But I will see you. Oh, there I am. I actually liked kind of the other way. Trippy. I'll see you soon. Take care. I'll see you next month. And shine your light. Namaste.